Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 23rd, 2020. I just seen SummerSlam, and I thought my honest opinion, I thought this show was awesome. It was pretty decent. Even the fans look like they're actually reacting to these things, to everything. I didn't hear a lot of chanting, but I heard a lot of cheers. But maybe it's WWE doing some fake cheers. But I don't think WWE made it that loud. Oh man, it was amazing. I enjoyed it. We have two new champions on this show, and two people will be leaving WWE. This was their last day of the WWE. We have the loser leaves match of the WWE forever, I guess. And we get Renee Young announces, because you guys hear that Renee Young asked for her release. Well, technically, she quit WWE. Well, I don't know what the word is, but she did hand in her I guess her 2 weeks notice, stuff like that, and she's gonna be gone. And tonight was her last night. That she wasn't the host of the panel. It was Charlie Caruso, but she was still there. It's just Charlie is now the host of the panels now. Renee Young is going to go bye-byes. It's going to feel weird because Renee Young been there for a long time, man. Been there a long time. I think she was there when her husband was there, when he first started in 2012, and she started in 2012, I believe. Now she's gone. Well, now let's get to the matches of SummerSlam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pre-show match, and it was the United States Championship on the line. And ladies and gentlemen, no Benjamin and no Bobby Lashley. It was Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship. Pretty decent match, not bad. Man, I love the pyro, man. The pyro is amazing. Because it's where the stands are. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, and it's pretty cool. I enjoy it, man. I don't care about fans right now. Well, I do care, but it's just, if there was physically humans in those seats, they would get burned. Now they could do that because it's just TV screens. They're not going to hurt anyone. So that's pretty cool. I love the pyro. Man, the pyro is amazing. I love it. This SummerSlam was amazing. I think it was a little better than last year's. Sorry to say it. I'm sorry to say it. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match between Apollo Crews and MVP. But the winner of that match, I'm not going to tell you everything that happened in this match, because you guys should watch SummerSlam on the WWE Network. It was incredible to watch. I enjoyed it. There was mostly when the headlocks and the submission things, I get bored. But when it gets to being tense, it gets better. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and still your champion is Apollo Crews, still the United States champion. Pretty good. Now we have one of the two women's matches for Asuka. Asuka will be versing Bayley in the first main roster, main show match of the evening. It will be Asuka versus Bayley for the Smackdown Women's Championship. I enjoyed this match. It was pretty good. People thought Asuka might win it, but I would be upset if she did. Because if she did win this title, you're making the brand split mean nothing. Right? It means nothing. I think it's going to be meaningful. Because she's a Raw person and Bayley's a SmackDown. Yes, Sasha Banks is a SmackDown, but she is the Women's Tag Team Champions. So it didn't matter. She's allowed coming to Raw and SmackDown. Because she's the Women's Tag Team Champions. So there's a difference of that. But ladies and gentlemen, pretty decent match. But with the help of Sasha Banks and getting accidentally hit by Asuka with the hip thing that she does, with her booty, hitting Miss Sasha Banks and Yayo roll up, the winner of that match was Bayley. Bayley retains the title. Then we had the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits defends the Raw Tag Team titles against Angel Garza and Andrade with Zelina Vega and with Kevin Owens as on commentary. It was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. It was good, but the winner of that match was the Street Profits because Zelina Vega was arguing with that dang referee when he was doing his job. She was arguing with the referee, and Angel Garza, I think it was Angel Garza. Yeah, Angel Garza accidentally, but not accidentally, he super kicked Montez Ford. Montez Ford accidentally bumped into Zelina Vega. She tumbled down outside the ring, and Andrade was checking on her, and no tag for Angel Garza. Angel Garza got a spine buster and a frog splash, a unique frog splash because he jumped and he did a twist, and he did the frog splash. And still your champions, the Street Profits, is still the Raw Tag Team Champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had the no disqualification loser leaves WWE match. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people had a lot of what happened. Guys, if you guys didn't know, Sonya Deville was in, like, she was about to get kidnapped. And it was sad to say. I know I didn't talk about it because it's a sad thing to hear about, and I don't want to hear that. Even with any wrestler, I know she's a bad guy, but it's still a horrible thing to hear that Sonya Deville was part of a kidnap situation. So yeah, it's sad. That's why I didn't bring it up on a video. But Sonya Deville was part of a crime. She was a victim. She was not doing the crime. She was the victim of the crime. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. We got some chairs getting used and tables and a lot of mean, hurtful words. I don't remember what they said. But, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 running knees in the head, the winner of that match is Mandy Rose. And Sonya Deville is out of the WWE forever. That's what they said. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the debuts. And I thought this was amazing because, ladies and gentlemen, even his attire looked cool. He looked like a TJP, TJP as Manic. If you guys didn't see that, you guys should see that. He kind of looks like him. He was wearing the vest and he has a hoodie, but he wore the whole vest, this vest, for the whole match. But it was a pretty decent match. We had Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight. It was a pretty decent match. Even Dominic, he surprised me. Just like that Pat guy surprised me. He was doing high flying moves. He was taking out Seth Rollins. But it looked like Bully and the nerdy kid. That would look like to me in this match. And Dominic told Rey Mysterio in the back, don't get yourself involved. Let me do this. Let me be a man. And Rey Mysterio has to watch Seth Rollins beat up his son. Even his mother was in the backstage watching her son get beat up. She didn't do anything. Thank God. I don't want her to get hurt by Seth Rollins with the greater good. I'm going to backhand him. I don't know why I did that, but I'm going to backhand him. But it was a pretty decent match. And then Murphy and Seth Rollins handcuff Rey Mysterio to the ropes and gets the win against Dominic. Seth Rollins wins the match. But Dominic, please don't leave. Please stay. Actually be a wrestler, not a one-night deal. Then we had Asuka having her second match against Sasha Banks this time for the Raw Women's Championship. It was good. I enjoyed it. Man, it was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But ladies and gentlemen, even Bayley tried to get involved. She tried to do the same thing Sasha Banks did. Accidentally trying to get hit by Asuka, but she moved away, and then she got a backhand, and then Sasha Banks was about to do a bank statement, and then she got caught into the Asuka lock, and she tapped out and loses the Raw Tag Women's Championship to Asuka. Man, guys, I'm sorry, but Sasha Banks is horrible holding championships on the pay-per-view by herself. Have you guys seen her when she won the Raw Women's Championship multiple times, beating Charlotte Flair on Raw? And then at the pay-per-view, she loses. Her first title defenses, she loses. Why does WWE do that? So Asuka is the new champion. So that's our first new champion of the show. Then we had Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Oh my God, guys. There was blood in this match. Freaking Drew McIntyre almost had Ultimate Warrior. Drew McIntyre eye was bleeding because they were doing a figure four, and then Randy grabbed the ref to make sure he doesn't see, pull him down, and then he grabbed the eye of Drew McIntyre and making him bleed. This was a hard-hitting match. Oh my God, like seriously, it was a hard-hitting match, and you never seen who's gonna win. People thought Randy Orton's gonna win, but after a backslide and a 1, 2, 3, Drew McIntyre retains the WWE Championship. Now we have the Monster versus the Fiend. Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This thing was going to outside the ring, in the backstage, Sister Abigail outside the ring and the backstage. It was crazy. Braun Strowman was bleeding on top of his head. Man, nobody knew. And then he had this box cutter. My brother uses these things at his work to open boxes. And friggin' Braun Strowman was cutting the ring apart to expose the wood parts. And then here comes Bray Wyatt doing a Unagi onto the hard wood. And then I forgot, like 2 Sister Abigails or 3 Sister Abigails. 1, 2, 3. The Fiend is now the new Universal Champion until he got speared by the returning Roman Reigns. Roman is back and he started beating the Fiend, punching him, and then he attacked Braun Strowman, doing a spear outside the ring, grab a chair, start whacking Braun Strowman with chairs. He says, "You're not a monster only when I'm here." So that, I guess he's a monster. He's a monster when Roman Reigns is there only. I don't know. And then he speared the Fiend again. He called the Fiend a freak, just in a mask, and he says the title is his. I guess we're going to see Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. We got one more big thing. We're going to have a debut on Monday Night Raw, and NXT superstar will come to Monday Night Raw, and his name is the Limitless One that lost his NXT Championship last night. Keith Lee is coming to Raw, to the Thunderdome. Oh man, I thought it was a pretty decent match. I hope you guys thought it was too. If you guys seen SummerSlam, tell me in the comments below what you guys thought about the show. I thought it was awesome. But the weirdest thing, we haven't seen Retribution. They gave WWE a break for the night. You know they're going to break something on Monday Night Raw, or attack somebody, or anything. But I have a feeling, I'm going to tell you guys what my prediction is for Sonya Deville. I don't think she's done. I don't think she's done at all. I think she's going to be part of the Retribution group. Because she's a bad guy. And I don't think any of these Retribution guys might have contracts. But I think that's the story, that they don't have contracts to the WWE. Now, Sonya Deville doesn't have a contract now. She's out. She might be part of it. She might. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe we found a first person, a first member en masse, and she was in the match. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be right. We will find out when we find out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. That's all for me today. Tyler is out. Bye.